All that.
I sure will. My pleasure. Good morning. I am Rita Runnels, and I'm representing Texas American Federation of American Teachers, and we support House Bill 9. I am, first of all, let me say thank you, Chairman Murphy and committee members, and also thank you, Representative Bonin, for authoring this piece of legislation. I am a retired teacher, and I taught over 30 years, and I taught business subjects. So I taught about money. I taught children what to do with money, how to achieve money, how to manage money. I also became the assistant principal at the same high school where I taught, and that was in Aldine ISD out of Houston.
Yes, ma'am. Aldine.
And one of my goals, my husband and I goals when I decided to retire, I had my retirement. So I just didn't rely on my knowledge of money and what I taught my students. I also got with a financial advisor to seek help what to do with my money as I retired. And I can remember just as though it was yesterday, he said these words to me that stuck, and he said, make sure when you get your raise each year that you put that aside in a rainy day fund, a fund for health, a fund for travel, and so forth. And he said, you just pretend as though you never gotten it. When I ain't had to pretend. I've never gotten it. So that hasn't worked for me. Also, my husband has faced a challenge here lately. In 2016, he was diagnosed with throat cancer, had to have a trach put in, and had 4 surgeries within 2-week period of time. So it knocked him off his feet. So that took most of my rainy day fund for health care. So we decided let's try to recoup from that, and we thought we'll move forward. Well, just here recently, he was diagnosed also with another tumor on the opposite side, and we went in to see his oncologist who told us the treatment, but this is the scary part. He mentioned to us, I need you to go see the financial person of the hospital. So we went over to see this person, and we get in, and she said, I want to tell you that your insurance will cover a certain amount, but this is your price. I said, okay. I was getting my pen out ready to write it down. She said, you will have to pay $6,479 for the chemo. And I said, pardon me? And that's even with the insurance? And my husband, poor thing, he was on his walker and he has his trach. He can't talk this time because the tumor is on the vocal cords. He just got up and walked out with his walker. So you can imagine what that did for me. Well, first I cried in the car and I thought, no, forget the crying, let's pray. So I prayed all the way home. When we got home, he said to me, do not take the rest of the money that we have for me. Do not borrow money. Just let me live until God is ready to take me home. When you can imagine how I felt. So I'm not only here for me, for many other retirees that have this same story. We all have some type of situation that we're going through in life where we need it. So that's why we're here. I'm here today to say thank you for this. We support House Bill 9. One thing I would like to share before I close is that I understand as a retiree what the funds must be sound before we can receive the COLA, before we can get that cost of living. And that's one thing this legislation has done. It erases the commitment gap between the TRS members and the state. And that's very, very important to us as retirees. Also, this bill recognizes a fundamental truth that active employees, they can't afford it. So our teachers now, and I encourage my children to go into teaching, because if you're like me, I wanted quality people to teach my grandchildren. You know how we are about our children. Now, can you imagine a grandchild? So I encourage them to go into this field, and they spent many years in college getting their degrees doing this, and I want them to have something too once they leave. So it's important that we do that. So I say to you, as all the retirees that I represent from Houston and Texas AFT, please make it happen. We did not want to waste your time with several of us coming up here with the same story, but we wanted you to know that we're here and that we thank you. We appreciate this. So please make this happen for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Runnels. Really appreciate your story, and thanks for sharing that with us.